Hello, incredible ones. Darnyelle here. So excited to be with you. As you know, I love bringing you straight from the horse's mouth testimonials and success stories from my amazing clients. So today I am joined by the Bridgett Battles of the Bridgett Battles Experience. You can see she's sitting in her magnanimous closet. This girl, look at that closet. So
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you who I think Bridgett is in my words, and then I'm going to give her the opportunity to share about herself in her own words. So Bridgett is my personal stylist. In addition to being such she's amazing. I mean, she has an eye that is uncanny. Like, it's not everyday, it's not average. But even more than that, she has the special gifting to help women experience more confidence. So she is a personal image stylist, but she also does a lot of work around executive presence, and she works with organizations as well as individuals in all things presence and style. I've known and have been working with Bridgett for 7 years now, maybe?
Yes, 7 years now. Yes.
7 years. So she's another one of my clients who continues to work with me year after year after year. And so I wanted to have her just kind of tell her story. So Bridgett, take a few minutes and tell everybody who you are in your own words.
Hello, incredible ones. I am Bridgett Battles of the Bridgett Battles Experience. And I am beyond excited to be here with you today to share my journey, my experiences, and where I am currently in my business and the things that are happening, because I'm so excited. Like, I don't know, who sings the song, I'm so excited, and I think I'm about to lose control.
Pointer Sisters? Is that
That's who it is, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how I feel today, like the Pointer Sisters. But yes, so I'm an author, a motivational speaker. I'm Darnyelle's personal stylist, and this year we have deemed me as a disruptor, especially when it comes to executive presence. This journey that I'm on is one that is contagious. Mm-hmm. This journey that I'm on is one that is life-changing and that is sure to make an impact in your life. So I am the person that you need in your life if you are expecting to up-level your image, because it affects your finances, but also so that you can become memorable with the people that you come in contact with. And so working with Darnyelle is just like, I don't even know if I have enough time to put it all into words. My experience has been with Darnyelle.
Well, we're going to do our best. So tell everybody, now that you shared a little bit about who you are, talk about before we started working together, where were you in the continuum of building your business?
So this is like one of my favorite stories. So when I first started working with Darnyelle, because I do have an online jewelry boutique, I was selling jewelry, and I was like so hyped, y'all, because I had this thing called $10 Tuesday. You remember that, Darnyelle?
I do.
I had this thing called $10 Tuesday, and I would pick one item of jewelry, and I would sell it for $10. And I was like so hyped. I was selling 15 and 20 pieces of jewelry, and $150, $200. It's like, yes, like I'm living the dream. I don't know what I was thinking then, but like I'm living the dream, And so when I knew that I wanted more, but I didn't know how to get more, I reached out to a coaching network. Her name was Deborah Harnett. Mm-hmm. And I reached out to a coaching network, and I said, I know that I need somebody, but I don't know what I need. And I know I have this big dream, but I don't know how to implement this dream. And I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing next. I know that I have some traction, but that's all that I know. Mm-hmm. And Deborah said, I have the person for you. So she connected me and Darnyelle. And I was telling Darnyelle, how hyped I was. And she was like, that ain't no money, girl. And I was like, what?
But you know what, though, Bridgett? Like, so many people are like you. We get a little bit of success, right? We're making more money in a day than we did in our job, if we're just being honest, and we feel like we've hit the big time. And so one of my goals for every single client is to help you to play bigger and to see things differently, because I believe exposure creates expansion. And so I remember, like, within a week or so of our first session, you generated $5,000 because you were exposed to a new reality, right? And it's really that simple.
And I wasn't afraid to talk about money after talking to you. Now, before talking to you, I was afraid to talk about money.
Yeah.
And so once I removed that, and I have to tell you, because that was like one of the biggest things. And even with my initial investment, I was like, whoa, I was like, whoa. Today, my investment back then is like nothing.
Right.
But I had that fear of really, talking about money. And I knew I had something that the world needed, but I wasn't sure how I could deliver it so that they knew that they needed it. Do you remember I was even charging like $50 an hour to style people?
Oh, I remember. It was, well, you were like most people are, right? Because we come out of working a full-time job and we start our business and we charge by the hour because we think that's how we got paid when we were employees. And so we come into the entrepreneurship world with this employee mindset, and then we get our feelings hurt when we realize that $50 an hour, $10 Tuesday isn't going to cut it. It's not going to pay the bills because we've got to show up differently. And that's what I think the power of working with a proven coach is. And I want you guys to notice that I said proven. Now, this isn't about whether or not you hire me or you hire anyone, whomever you're going to hire. They need to have some results. They need to be able to demonstrate to you that not only do they get it, they've gotten other people to get it. And as a result, both them and their people's businesses have grown. But most people are like you. I mean, I meet with entrepreneurs who've been in business 5-7 years that are still charging by the hour and trying to figure out why ends won't meet. And so that's a very common reality. Someone watching this right now may feel the same exact way. But talk about, Bridgett, what happened in your mindset through our ability to work together and how that stretched you to get your business beyond the 6-figure mark.
So I had to have a breakthrough. I had to have a breakthrough spiritually, mentally. I had to have a breakthrough physically. And that was an entire process. In order for me to get to the place to generate 6 figures, and I think for so long, I thought 6 figures was unattainable. I thought 6 figures was out of my reach. And I thought, the minute you get 6 figures, you're rich. No, 6 figures does not make you rich.
It's still poverty.
But I had to get that breakthrough. And mentally, I had to really just close my eyes and just jump. There comes a time in your life where you have to make a decision. And the decision you make is either I'm going to stay where I am and keep getting the same results, or I'm going to just close my eyes and jump. Because if I jump, there is a sure chance that I'm not only going to succeed, but I'm going to win. Yeah. And so I felt like the decision for me to not just succeed, but win, because I learned how to take what you taught me so that I can just manifest it in every area of my life. Yeah. My breakthrough came in not just using my affirmations, but also applying the principles, of the Bible, of tithing and offering. But then also it came where I had to just believe in myself more. Because if you don't believe in yourself more, you can't convince anybody else to believe in you. And so my belief in myself, I had to all right, girl, talk to myself in the mirror and say, listen, you out here now, all right? You out here now. So if this is your dream, you have to work for it. You don't necessarily have to work hard for it, because I learned we don't hustle over here.
That's right. No hustle. No hustle. Over here. Absolutely. I think what you just said is so important, Bridgett. Before you go on, I just want to pull back the layer on that, because somebody missed it, and I want to make sure that people get it. You talked about your confidence, and my work is about combining spiritual principles with business growth strategy and helping people to see themselves the way that God sees them. And that's where the confidence comes in. I say all the time that confidence will close more deals than your skills ever will. But you have got to get to that point yourself. And so a big part of the work that we do isn't even about the money. I mean, I'm going to raise your rates. I don't care what you're charging. You're probably not charging enough. So we're going to raise your rates. I'm going to make sure you know how to have effective sales conversations. But even more than that, I'm going to help you to see yourself differently so that you can truly rise up into the person that you were created to be before you were formed in your mother's womb. Because that level of confidence is the reason why you can go into those meetings and close those clients for 5 figures to work with you, because they understand that you have confidence, and your clients and this is for those of you who listen, I love when I can do a teaching moment. The people, your prospects, they're going to need to borrow your confidence to take the leap or to make the jump that Bridgett just spoke about, right? I always say that either you jump or you'll spend the rest of your life being pushed. And so when you jump in faith, but you jump knowing that you are secure. You heard her say that. She said, I knew that I was going to win and I was going to win big, right? There's this confidence and assurance that comes with aligning yourself to the way that it is that God sees you. And when you show up in that energy and that confidence, you have enough confidence for your clients to be able to take the leap and to jump out in faith and to trust that your program is the program that's finally going to bring them their biggest level of transformation. And that's what I've been able to do with Bridgett, so much so that we continue to work together. So Bridgett, why do you keep hiring me year after year?
First of all, I hire you for a couple of reasons, but there are two reasons that I want to really make sure that I talk about. The first thing is that, so not only did Darnyelle help me raise my rates, and not only did she help me get to the next level, but after she raised my rates, she hired me. So not only did I believe in myself, but she believed in me. And so to me, that speaks volumes. And then also hiring a coach who I have watched live out her process. I have watched her, everything that she's given to me to do, I've had a front row seat to actually see her implement those things, and that I see that I can do the same things that she's doing. Mm-hmm. I've been able to see the full manifestation. I've been able to touch it, taste it, feel it. Like I've had the entire experience. So for me, that was a big difference, because I didn't want to have a coach who taught me about 6 figures or 7 figures and they wasn't making 6 figures or 7 figures, or told me that they was making it, but I didn't see the fruit of their labor. Yeah. With Darnyelle, I see the fruit. I've been to Harmon Manor. I've seen the car, and not that it's about material things, because it's not, but I've seen Darnyelle walk out her purpose. And that is what has helped me to really walk out my purpose. Now, it's crazy because we were building our houses at the same time. And, just little things that have happened that we've done in parallel. And for me, that was like the guiding light to say, okay, you're on the right path. You're doing the right things. So having that as a prime example for me, that's been a consistent teaching tool for me to say that, okay, things may not go necessarily the way that you want them to go at that moment, but having a coach always reminds me of what Darnyelle taught me. You can't read the label when you're inside the jar. So if I get to that point where I'm stuck, I have someone to help me become unstuck.
Yeah. And I love what you just said, because I think that it's important for people to understand that the person who's leading you has to have already walked a mile ahead of you, at least. Like whatever you're endeavoring to do, they should have done it, because otherwise they're spouting theory, and theory doesn't grow businesses, right? Businesses are only going to grow through proven tips and strategies that we know yields results. I would love, Bridgett, if you talked a little bit about what you said to me when you were at the Next Level Everything tour, and you came up to me at the end and you said, you are not the same woman that I hired. All those
no,
years.
You are not.
Talk about that.
Listen, though, like when I came to the Next Level Everything tour, and I have to be honest with you, I was just like, I feel privileged, okay? I feel privileged because, I've had this relationship with you as my coach, and I feel like, all right, Darnyelle has already given us a lot. What more is she going to give us? Like, what more, And I know each time I have a conversation with you, it's just always some aha moment that I get. But I was just like, what else can she come up with? Like, what is it? But being your presence, like, it was like so different. The transformation for when we first started working together up until now, the Spirit of God that was present. So it was more or less like not just business, but it was just being in a safe zone where God dwells. And then you got the secret sauce. You got God speaking to you directly through the process. And I think what was so amazing to me is that everybody that was in the room was on one accord. Mm-hmm. Just like Acts 2:38, everybody was on one accord. Yeah. And the revelations that were coming forward which is like powerful, and it was impactful, but it was also practical. And that's very important, especially in business, because you got to be able to reach your audience no matter where you are. And I've seen you transform to reach the audience no matter wherever you are.
Yeah, I love that you said that. And the reason why I wanted Bridgett to pull on that thread a little is because you want a coach or mentor who is also transforming. If I was the same as I was when she first hired me, we would have a problem. She wouldn't be growing continually if I was the same person. So as you're deciding, what coach you're looking to hire, if you'd love to have a conversation with me or a member of my team, we welcome it. But as you're making that decision, make sure that the person you're hiring has their own evolution and they're continuing to evolve. Because if not, there's only so far they can lead you. And what I love about clients like Bridgett is that they can work with me year after year after year after year after year and continue to grow in their process. And I love that. And I love what Bridgett has been able to do. It's been so crystallizing for me to just watch her step in consistently over her journey, year over year over year, and to get herself to the point where she has a consistent, solid 6-figure business, which, I mean, let's keep it real. Did you even think it was possible when we first started working together?
No, I didn't.
And to have sustained it and watch it grow year after year after year, consistent growth in her business because of the connection that we have, because of what it is that she's consistently learning throughout the course of the process. Now let's talk about in your life. So we've talked about what your business has accomplished. What about the life change has happened from us working together?
A lot of things have changed. So we had my last VIP day. Mm-hmm. What I thought was really great is that, so I shared with Darnyelle that, I consistently have VIP days twice a year now. And that's where we get in a room and we work consistently on my strategies, my messaging, my process, and really making sure that I have my signature talk topics. And we format what I'm going to do for the next year. But each time I've gone for my VIP day, the past few years, I was broken. Whether it was things that was happening in my personal life, whether I was struggling in certain areas, but I was broken. My last VIP day was the first day that I had gone where I wasn't broken, where I was just like totally free. And I have to tell you, I'm free right now. But it's just where I was totally free. And our conversation leading up to us planning out my day, and Darnyelle helped me to realize, okay, I have the house now. I have the car now. I have an amazing dating life now. And now, I have all those things. So it's really me zoning in on my purpose. And that's where I am now in my business. It's me really fulfilling my purpose. Material things are great, but me walking in my purpose, me speaking my purpose, me leaving the remnants of my purpose, when I'm in the presence of other CEOs, of other executives, that's where I am at. And it gives me not just a warm and fuzzy feeling, but it gives me the fulfillment that I didn't know that I needed. Yeah. And I'm now on that road to like, okay, yes, I've got to this point now. So now it's time to maximize it. And now it's time to make it grow even larger because there's so many other people that need to know about Bridgett Battles.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. So people are listening to this and they're trying to make a decision for themselves if they should inquire about me, working with me, Incredible Factor University. What advice would you give someone who, if someone walked up to you tomorrow and said, tell me, should I hire Darnyelle? What would you say to them?
I would say, yes, definitely hire Darnyelle. I would say hire her even if you're scared. I would say hire her if you want truth and proven results. And most importantly, I would say hire someone who is committed to your business just as committed as you are. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, in the beginning stages, Darnyelle had to hold my hand on a lot of things. But now, I'm a full-grown child now, full-grown adult now.
Yeah, you're a grown woman.
I have to hold my hand, I get it now. It's just like she has that I guess we call it the incredible factor that can ignite something and bring what's in you out, things that you didn't even know that were inside of you.
Yeah, good stuff.
I would say yes, definitely hire Darnyelle. Yeah.
Awesome. So Bridgett, tell us some of the amazing things that have happened since we've been working together. And it can be in your life or in your business. Like, what are some of the big highlights of things that have happened since we've been working together?
A lot of things have happened. My speaking has picked up. This past weekend, I had the opportunity to interview the mayor at the USCS Mayor's Mass Ball. I got a chance to interview Dr. Edith Mitchell, who is the first female physician who was promoted through the ranks in the Air Force as the first brigadier general. Amazing Women's History Month. I got a chance to interview UNCS Chairman Richard Snow. So a lot of great interviews coming up. And today I will do my first segment on the K-Fox Show 100.3 R&B. I'll be on every Monday as well, so I'll make sure I give you the times and all of that information. So a lot of other things coming up. I'm being honored in New York, March 28th, for Sisters with a Purpose for Women's History Month. So yeah, we're booked and busy this month.
Booked and busy. I like it, folks. Booked and busy. Yes. Bridgett is booked and busy. Don't try to say that times fast. Awesome.
Yes. Yeah, so yes, I'll make sure I share all the information with you as well.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, there you have it, folks. I love bringing you an opportunity not only to pick up some tips. I know you've picked up some tips along the way, but to also hear a real life story. It's one thing for me to talk about how great I am, how great it is to work for me, but a client who has hired me 7 times in consecutive years, 7 times, is sharing with you from her perspective. So if you, after hearing this information, your spirit has been piqued, you want to learn how to not only build your business, but how to transform your life in the process, then we welcome the opportunity to have a conversation with you. And you can go to workwithdarnyelle.com, workwithdarnyelle.com. All right, guys, we love you so much, and we'll see you next time. Until then, be better, be stronger, and more than anything, be incredible. Take care.
Bye.